What is goody, internet land? How's everybody doing out there? What's bonking? How's everybody doing? What's kicking? Welcome back to another episode of the No Skill Podcast. How's everybody doing? I've said that 5 times now in classic fashion. I am your host. I am your Jay. To my left, your right is Brandon.
Oh, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions this podcast.
And then to my right, y'all's left is Mikey.
Hello, historian, archivist, and kind of recently getting back into the subject, ready to work. I'm here.
And then him at the end, the droidica-looking head ass, and the guy that's going to be our guidance counselor for this evening, Mikey. Not Mikey. Wow, Mando.
Wow.
Look, I know we say we're the same person, but god damn it.
Also, you're in my dreams again. Please stay out.
No.
You.
Yeah.
I'm in his head. Rent free.
But yes, welcome
Done that
to
before.
another...
He's like, "Hey, were you dreaming about a carnival last night?" And I'm like, "Ah!"
Oh, dude, they're
Sorry.
Anyways, I'm
Thank
Thomas, a.k.a. Commando. Hello, I'm here to guide you fucking knuckleheads on the journey to WrestleMania.
That's the topic
WrestleMania
we're
40, that is.
That's the topic we're going to talk about is WrestleMania, everything WWE, because as they like to say in the industry, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
Because it happens
For a while.
sometime. It happens sometime next month. Because, well, at least as of this recording this month, it's April. Let's be real here. By the way, did y'all realize as of this recording, this was the first Easter that didn't happen in April? Anybody else get mentioned?
No,
Oh,
you just
no.
fucked me up.
Wow.
Can we get a raise of hands for people that care? Put your hand down.
Yes, sure. But yes, outside of the whole randomly, yeah, Easter and it's not in April. Makes sense to me. WrestleMania is coming up, WrestleMania 40, or since they don't want to use the actual numbers anymore, they're going to Roman numerals XL.
They've always used Roman numerals.
Yeah, quite
No,
literally.
at one point they were actually putting the numbers, and then I forgot what happened, but Vince said he doesn't want to use the numbers anymore because then it's basically reminding him that it's been around forever, so he switched to Roman numerals.
So is he. Oh, that's
Yeah, I know. But so
Anyway,
yes, wrestling. So
Well,
to kick us off, Mando, you're going to be keeping us. You're going to be the one that keeps us in the loop this entire episode. Your thoughts thus far of like what's going to be happening at WrestleMania, the matches, the people.
Oh my! There are a lot of thoughts about all the matches going on. It's actually quite the lineup and quite the card. I'm pretty happy with it. I have no idea how they're going to fit all of this over the course of 4 hours of 2 days. I imagine each day will go a little longer. For those that don't know and are out of loop, The Rock is back.
Whoa.
well,
He is currently a heel though. Boo.
which is weird.
So there's a lot of things to go over for WrestleMania, but I guess let's start with Brandon, see what questions he has, see what we can answer for him.
well, for one, what the hell is a heel?
Heel, okay,
guy.
so in terms of wrestling, there's face and heel. Faces are considered the good guys, and heels are considered the bad guys.
Okay, good
Like
to know.
Roman Reigns, he's a super face.
No, what the fuck did you say?
What?
No, trust me, he's an
Maybe
asshole.
Joe, but Roman's a dickhead.
Yeah,
My real name
I got
is
my
Joe.
opinions on him as a
Also-
champion too.
Also, who's surprised that The Rock is back? Because I'm not.
Do you guys actually want to hear who was really pissed about it?
Mm.
My grandma talked so much shit when she saw The Rock get back in the ring. He's too old. He's gonna have ring rust. I hope he blows out a knee. I want to see him cry. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, woman,
Damn.
Yeah.
dial it back.
By the way,
I can
everyone,
agree to
I was about to say, by the way, everyone, Mikey's grandma is super into WWE, and she is one.
Fucking horrible.
She's a woman.
I think she's been following it since WrestleMania 5. No exaggeration. I shit you not. That's how long she's been with the franchise.
35
She's a
WrestleManias
character
late.
from the stories that,
Dude.
he's told us. Man, I want to meet her one day.
Oh, she's
But,
fucking great.
She's so chill. Grandma's great.
She can get heated.
see, and I agree to an extent of like The Rock's getting into a match is he can have ring rust or anything, because that's real here. When was the last time he had a real match that wasn't a gimmick match, like a match that he was intended to win? Like
At
it was.
least,
Even then,
At least what?
his return came back kind of weird. Like it started with like, oh, we have a champion, WWE champion coming back, making an appearance, and they cut the crowd and brought out Jinder Mahal really quick, right? And he went on this whole rant about how America sucks and it's racist and whoop whoop, and then The Rock came out and beat him up really quick, and he said a whole bunch of words like he was about to challenge Roman Reigns at the WrestleMania, and then that never happened. And now, no, we're gonna be going down the rabbit hole about all this shit eventually per match. So,
can we just talk about how bad of a comeback that was? That you just brought out Jinder Mahal to get his ass kicked for like no reason, and the plot didn't go anywhere. That's like just terrible
brought
writing.
it back just to get booed by everybody.
Like, here's this check. You're gonna be the bad guy for one night, and it's not gonna be very good or memorable. And The Rock's gonna kick you. Like, yeah, fucking go out there.
Like, you're going to be so anti-patriot that people are actually going to hate you IRL, forgetting that this is all scripted in kayfabe. And then The Rock's going to come out and beat the dog shit out of you, and you're going to take it like the little girl you are. And he went, okay.
All right.
Real quick side note. It's still so... nothing against their impressive physiques and skill now. It is still so hard for me to take Scott McIntyre and Jinder Mahal seriously because three-man band. Like, that era of their careers with Heath Slater was just so fucking cringe.
There was a lot of shit back in that day that was cringe. Does anybody remember the Spirit Squad?
Oh,
yeah.
You mean before Dolph Ziggler found himself?
Brandon. I know you don't know what we're talking about. You gotta hear this out, man.
All right.
He was still.
They were
when Spirit Squad came out. Like, let's be real here.
They were the male cheerleading wrestling squad. About
like a fucking 6-man squad, all male cheerleaders. That was their gimmick.
What was it? I want to say it was 02 to 04. Right around there.
Yeah, they didn't have a long run.
Yeah, Triple H and Shawn Michaels beat them all up and then put them in a box and shipped into Ohio.
That was the end of their story.
And that was where the end of Spirit Squad. They got shipped away in a box and none of them were ever seen again. Except Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler came back like 8 years later as Dolph Ziggler. But he was also with that crazy bitch Vicky that nobody liked, which was really weird.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero's wife. Rest in peace, Eddie.
Yeah, extra weird.
But so back to The Rock. Who is The Rock facing at WrestleMania?
All right, so we're gonna start with the cards. So The Rock has one match at WrestleMania.
Count.
So you got a question?
No. I said count them. One match.
One match. Now, it is not a championship match. It is a tag match. It is The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth frickin' Rollins in a tag match.
Why?
The winner of that match gets to determine the rules stipulation for night 2's match between Roman and Cody Rhodes. So Cody was the winner of the 2024 Royal Rumble back in January. And after a whole bunch of whoop-de-wop, he said he wasn't going to challenge Roman. He was going to let The Rock challenge Roman at WrestleMania. And then he took it back. And then somehow this whole thing, The Rock was going to go after Roman and become the new head of the table, but that got canceled. So, like, 4 storylines got put out there in, like, the span line of 2 weeks, and then it became Roman and Rock against Cody and Seth because family.
Well, part of it also was Rock v. Roman got booed out of the stadium. That was like some Dominic Mysterio level of hate right there. That was no fucking around. That was, this is bullshit. We don't care.
Yeah, like, I mean, we get it. Everybody wants. I think The Rock wants that match more than anybody. The Rock.
I'm sure he does. The Rock also doesn't lose fights in movies. He also picks fights with Vin Diesel in this franchise he basically helms. The Rock does all kinds of bullshit because he's The Rock and he thinks he can make tequila, but he sucks dick at that too.
Man,
yeah, not none.
The Rock right now. All right. He's also referred. The Rock has also now referred to himself to Cody Rhodes as the final boss.
Like, real quick, just because you said that,
They even changed his intro, and when he comes out on the TV screen, it says "Final Boss" on it now on the big monitor in the background.
Like, real quick, I'm gonna double back just because you said that. We're about to catch a slandering case from WWE, but yeah, Terramon is kind of mid.
It's not great. I feel like as a Mexican, I'm allowed to have opinion on what's good and what's not good tequila.
You're allergic to tequila.
I'm allergic to agave, which is now tequila, but that's the semantics. I drank a lot of it before that. I turned 30 and my life got shitty. But it's not good stuff, man.
No.
I'm not really a tequila fan anymore either. We used to go through the bottles back in the day, but I got out of that shit.
Yeah,
too.
and it was always nice, really clear white agave tequila. We had the good shit. We knew what they were doing. None of that gold shit. That's for cholos.
Unless it's your cousin and his garage and plastic bottles of shitty tequila.
Oh, don't even. That was. Oh, my aunt loses cool mom points. That shit was vile, bro. I'm pretty sure that's what the Bile Titans be spitting at us.
Like, real quick, speaking of liquor, just a quick side tangent. I love and also hate the fact that Mad Dog 2020 is making a comeback, all because Mad Dog 2020 is making a comeback because TikTokers are just like, look at this liquor I found. I'm like, do you know how old that piece of history is? You are going to fucking die in Minecraft. Go ahead, take a quick. Go ahead, you feel tomorrow. If you wake up, that is. But out. So going back, Terramon a mid, Rock fighting. I have to at least ask this question when it comes to this match. At what point, and I want everybody's opinion on this, even yours, because I know you've heard us talk about Roman Reigns and that entire aspect. At what point do you just stop this whole bloodline thing and head of the table? Because at this point, it's just like, okay, you're shoving it down everybody's throats. It's turning into the whole John Cena era of like, you're just pushing this one guy out to us that nobody gives a shit about. Move the fuck on.
In all fairness, his merch, Roman Reigns merch, does sell, but I don't. In my opinion, like he doesn't. I hate that he's still the champion. I really do.
Same.
But the idea is that the rumor that's been going around for years is that he's going to break Hulk Hogan's record as a championship run, and then he'll lose eventually. Which I don't think he deserves to break Hogan's record, honestly.
No.
But
so I got opinions on this.
Spit.
I think that they've written themselves into a corner where they found this thing that worked and they really steamrolled it to try and make as much as they can out of the situation. But now they're in the dead end of, oh, fuck, how do we close this? Where do we go with this? What's the next step? Because I don't know for anybody who knows this, or if anybody knows this, sometimes the storylines are written the day of a show. They'll have a dramatic rewrite. People are flipping out. There's like people just binge drinking pots of coffee. And it's starting to show with this. I have nothing against the bloodline. I think they've been very creative and there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. But it feels like a lot of rinse and repeat. And if they don't come up with something creative and like climactic soon, it'll start dropping off. It's not there yet, but I feel like we're getting close.
I said this before, and I'll say it again. You've put Roman Reigns, hell, the entire bloodline at this point, but mainly Roman, on such a high pedestal of keeping him as champion, head of the table, see him every week, all that fun shit.
I don't want to hear that seeing him every week because he does not get seen every week. The only time he gets seen every week when it starts to get close to WrestleMania.
True enough. But the point that I'm making is you have him up here, and then the moment he loses that belt, his career is going to fucking tank. Because now it's like, what do we do with the guy that we painted as the very best and the head of the table, and now he doesn't have the belt to show for it? But we also can't just keep giving him the belt because people are going to get bored.
I want to see Solo Sikoa start doing more personally.
Like, dude, isn't he?
What?
He's got to improve those mic skills first.
Oh yeah, he can't talk for shit. That's why he's been silent the whole time, arms crossed.
Either did his father, Umaga.
He is
Umaga. I was about to say Umaga wasn't a mic man. Umaga had a hype man.
Yeah. They need to do something to make it work because the guy is a physical talent, a shining physical talent. They got to do something with it.
Well, it's gonna have to be a WrestleMania. It's gonna be either this WrestleMania or next WrestleMania that Roman. If and when Roman loses, it's gonna be at WrestleMania. He's held the belt for so long. He's gonna have a record championship run. You know, once he loses the belt, like he's effectively. I don't think he'll be a character in WWE after he loses the belt. I think after he loses, we won't see him anymore, except maybe if he stays in shape and comes back and does like a face return 5 years later.
That's what I'm thinking. It's just like you lose the belt, fuck off for a year or two. Be with your goddamn family. Come back. People are gonna cheer. You're gonna be a super face, and now you start from the bottom. Go for the U.S. Championship belt or the Intercontinental Championship belt. Then work your way up the stones.
He goes to hang out with all the other old guys at NXT.
Yeah, I don't. It's just, and in my opinion, like the belt is meant to be used to help put people over. Like, if you go back to the early 2000s, like Stone Cold and The Rock and The Undertaker, they were all champions like already, and they didn't need a belt to sell shows and to be the main event and the star for everybody. Like the belts were given to like people like Chris Jericho, Edge, and Rey Mysterio and Eddie. Like the belts were given to those guys to help like promote them and put them over.
Up and coming Batista winning World Heavyweight.
Yeah, like
dude, those are highlights.
That was one of my favorite Batista. It's not a highlight. He got his ass kicked, but when Batista won the Royal Rumble, and then how the rest of Evolution incentivized him to go after SmackDown is they beat the dog shit out of him. And they were like, "Don't cross us, don't do it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So
but now, moving forward, what? Actually, I'll ask this: if you could pick the stipulation for the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns match, what would you want them to do?
If it was my choice of stipulation, any outside interference from anybody from the bloodline at all causes Roman to lose the belt.
Because a lot of these champions really hold on to that whole "I got disqualified, but I didn't lose," and I hate that.
Yeah, I would say no matter. I would say DQ, he loses like any L or any interference causes him to lose. Like I'm just tired of him as a champion because I don't see him as a good champion. He's not out there trying to put up the up and coming stars that have been putting work into WWE. You know, he's just holding on to the belt to break a record because he thinks he's the best. And honestly, I've showed some of his clips to my friends, and like some of my friends are like, "That's his finisher, the Superman punch. What a joke!"
That's some Logan Paul shit right there.
There's so many other superstars.
Another person that should not be a fucking champion right now. Also,
although his brother's about to get his ass kicked by Jake Paul, and I can't wait for it.
What?
Say that again.
His brother Jake Paul is about to get his ass kicked by Mike Tyson, and I cannot wait for that.
I would love to see him fight himself.
Like, I don't know. Like, I would stipulations like, and yeah, if The Rock, Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Paul Heyman, any motherfucker interferes, causes Roman to lose.
All right.
But also a no DQ match because I want to see a no DQ match.
You know, fair enough. What kind of match would you want these two to have? Because it's one of those. It's about fucking time that somebody taught you a lesson, you piece of shit type of matches.
I would have to say they haven't done one of these in a while. Loser quits, DQ count. What was the last time we had one? Like 2010, 2012? No, loser quits the company.
Yeah.
It was JBL versus John Cena because JBL it became a fucking not spokesperson, the guy who talks on the mic next to Michael Cole.
I'll be
announcer.
Yes, that's
a ringside commentator.
Also, my Wingstop's here. I'll be right back.
You go get that.
Yeah, I think having something like that would be a good way to close out the story. And if Roman did lose, it would give him that out to have that 2 or 5 year break, like you were mentioning, where he has a reason to step away and he can come back under a new role or maybe under a new company. If he wanted to take a couple months and come back as the NXT champion or come back as like a TNT or not TNT Rampage
I was
or
about to say
Raw.
there's a yeah. If he were to step away from WWE, he'd either go to AEW and run that, or New Japan Pro and run that, kind of like what Cody did.
Mm.
And that because I was about to say my only critical like analysis of the I Quit match is Cody just got back last year, and if he loses and he has to quit again.
Yeah, but that would be like a really good way to build tension, as this is an all or nothing thing for Cody. He's either taking the title or walking away from his dream.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just me. I like really dramatic storytelling. I like putting somebody in that do or die situation.
Oh, so
That's why my D&D party hates me.
Like you might die.
Roll for initiative, fuckers.
Motherfuckers. No, but I definitely understand. I think for me, by the way, Brandon, are you understanding what some of these matches are?
No.
I know what I'm talking about.
No.
All right, so before I get to say mine, what do you have any questions thus far?
Kind of hard because I want to ask questions, but I'm so lost. I'm like, what the fuck am I even trying to ask?
Oh, just interject and be like, shit at fuckers. Because we know there's a lot to this, and you what? I'll keep going because I have my own special method I would like them to do.
I guess my main question is, since coming from someone that has no interest in this whatsoever, I know that WWE is basically like, well, let's be real, a lot of it is scripted and there's a lot of storytelling to it. Apparently,
it's all scripted.
Yeah.
None of it is real.
It's all scripted. So, and
not 100%. They let them improv out there.
the fuck was that?
No, don't worry about it.
They let them go improving out there.
Anyways, what keeps you coming back to it?
It's for a lot of it because let's be real here. It's a lot of male-based entertainment. It's just that inner machismo, like ass kickery, that we would never be able to experience in real life. Kind of like how same effective, like when we watch like kung fu movies.
Now that I understand, but I don't understand this.
It's the same concept, just instead of a kung fu movie, it's beating the shit out of somebody and making it look as real as possible.
Okay.
The flashy lights, the fans cheering, the millions that these people make. Holy fuck, they're so stinking rich. So it's just that for the next 2 hours, you can live vicariously through somebody else.
I guess
The chants are fun. I've been to a couple WWE events. The signs that people bring are fun. The chants are fun. You're almost guaranteed to see somebody start the wave somewhere.
If Cena wins, we riot. Do. That was a good one.
Oh my god, the ECW days.
ECW.
Yeah, imagine this. At one point, John Cena was so hated that he threw his own T-shirt that he was wearing into the crowd.
They
threw it back.
5 times before he said, fuck you guys, and he just threw it on the ground. That is next level heat right there.
And that wasn't like, we hate your character. It was, we hate you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another part of it that's fun. It's just like the camaraderie of WWE fans. Kind of like going to rock concerts, how everybody's friendly with each other. WWE events are the exact same way. You can rock up and just start a conversation with somebody because you like whatever merch T-shirt that they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very welcoming. It's a very welcoming community. Toxic as shit, but welcoming. But now, I think the stipulation that I would like to see them, just because it's one of those, you guys need to beat the absolute piss out of each other. I would love to see a Hell in a Cell first blood match. Like the first one to start leaking is the loser.
They don't do blood all that much anymore, bud.
I
It's not
know,
a
I
thing
know.
they do
The
as a
Rock,
company.
The Rock and Cody Rhodes actually just did a promo where Cody was
I saw
bleeding.
that. You see this, Mama Rhodes?
So I
That would
know
I
Oh,
was actually gonna ask.
yeah.
For one, who is Roman Reigns? Because I know you guys have been talking about this guy like the whole time, basically.
he's the Rock's baby cousin,
Oh.
And he
right?
considers himself the Samoan Superman.
And so, and also, apparently, he's close to beating Hulk Hogan's record. What is the record?
Off the top of my head, I can't tell you, but Amanda probably would, since he's
1,000-something days.
I think, if I remember right, Hogan's like around 13 or 1400.
And they're just,
so roughly like 4 or 5
and if
years.
this continues, they're literally going to let someone as iconic as Hulk Hogan's record be broken by this guy.
I mean, he
He's
doesn't have
getting
to
close.
record, you know.
That's what we're talking about when we say, like, when Mando said the belt was used to promote people. Now it's just used as a number maker of like, how long can I hold on to this until I lose it?
I mean, it comes and goes in waves. Like Hogan held it for how long, and then after Hogan's era, the Hogan era, you know, the belt was used to help promote people, and now we're kind of getting back to the old era where people are trying to break records. So like Bianca Belair broke a record for Raw Women's Championship. Gunther's breaking the Intercontinental Championship record. Roman's trying to break Hogan's. I mean, he's not actively saying it, but it's all the speculation and all the online stuff.
Bianca Belair deserves an award for carrying Otis's big ass across the finish line. Did you see that?
No.
She put Otis on her shoulders and ran the full length of the ring and then just placed him down. Like, that was impressive. That man is a unit, bro.
He is called the Tree Trunk.
Yeah, Brandon, she's one of the divas, and she put the man known as the Tree Trunk on her shoulders, and firemen carried him in a full sprint.
Okay. All right.
Dude, she's an animal. Someone give that woman a medal.
They got somebody else on there now that I think's even stronger than Bianca.
Which one?
Jade Cargill. She just came over from AEW a while back. She made a Royal Rumble appearance.
Oh, is that the hella tall one in the all white costume?
She was the chick. She was the woman that picked up Nia Jax.
Yeah, yeah.
By herself.
Which is a feat, because I think Nia Jax weighs the combined weight of what, us and some change.
Probably.
Nia Jax, for context, Brandon, is she's a big girl. She's
she's
a big girl.
Athlete, no doubt, but she's big.
All right.
And so that's why when Amanda's talking about this, somebody picking on Nia Jax is she's not a small person, whereas the rest of them are.
She's not. I mean, the women's division is getting kind of stacked up now. I think, honestly, Rhea Ripley's been a great champion also.
Yeah, it's good to see that she's keeping busy when she's not on tour with the rest of Motionless. Happy for her.
Nia Jax has topped out at 282.
Hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, and for one of the divas to pick that up over their head and powerbomb it, she fucked that.
To pick her up on her own and put her over the top rope.
And I still hit it.
You better get a mouth guard and some shin guards, man. You're in for a ride.
And electrolytes. I'm gonna get some fucking. Mm-hmm. Ow! I hit my knee. That's karma. Yes.
Be respectful of the woman, damn it.
Yeah, dumbass.
I can no longer go to the top rope. Okay, but moving forward, what is one of the other matches? Because we already know the tag match, which is going to lead to the singles match.
That tag match is the headliner for night one.
By the way, actually, that's my question. When did this turn into a 2-night thing? I only remember it ever being one.
Last year they did it 2 nights, and did they do 2 nights the year before, or was last year the first time?
I think last year was the first one, because that was the first one I'd actually gone to a watch party to in a hot minute.
Was that the one you came over to our party for it?
Yeah, when
when the Usos lost to Kevin Owens and Sammy.
Yeah.
Yep. And I believe last year was the first time it was.
And then Ray did his tribute piece to Eddie.
Would beat up his son.
But he was beating up his son. That's just so bad out of context.
I mean, from the
So,
sound of
Onyx
it,
bitch.
I mean, from the sound of it, he deserved it.
Oh,
Bro, his friends convinced everybody to
Yeah.
boo at his wedding.
Oh, okay. So,
Ooh.
Dominic Mysterio, who gets booed at everywhere, he got married to his like real life high school honey. Whoop whoop wop. Damian Priest, the leader of Judgment Day, who Dominic Mysterio is part of that faction. He during the fucking speech, Damian turned to everybody. He's like, "We got to do it, right?" He got the entire groomsmen party and the what's the other side? He got them to all boo, and then everybody had a quick laugh. And Dominic went to try again, and the entire wedding party booed.
There's a great one of his dad pointing and booing in the like super zoomed in. It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, imagine, like,
photo.
like you had this one day of where you could just be at the peak of happiness, matrimony. You're about to celebrate the fact that you're getting married, and then your friends just went, "Watch this shit, loser."
That's like peak Latino culture, though. Everybody's gonna take the chance to fuck with you because how could they not?
I hate the fact that you're not wrong.
You see, you get it. You know, you were there. You know.
So, going up the list, we'll start with the lower tier matches. So, we have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill.
I'll say this much: I know nothing about the new female cast of characters.
Those two are jacked.
And Naomi.
Naomi's back. I thought that was really cool, man. She's been out for a minute.
And it's
Oh,
those three against one of the women factions known as Damage Control. It's going to be those three against Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai. And I don't know how that's even a fair matchup because all three of them are like half the size of all three of those women. Dude. Like Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, there's just a height and a size difference there, bro.
If Mysterio can beat the Big Show, size does not matter, lady.
It's like three Mysterios versus Big Show, Kali, and Omos. This shit's about to be out of hand.
So we got that story. I mean, sorry, I'm eating at the same time.
Oh no, you're staring at me. I'm like, what?
So we got that match going, and you know, I don't know. I have a feeling I don't think it's gonna be that good of a match. I think
Damage Control is gonna take it, and it's not gonna be very climactic.
I think because Damage Controls they hold currently the women's tag team championship.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only title not being fought for at WrestleMania, by the way.
Wow.
Damn.
I think because they're gonna hold the title still, win or lose, they'll probably lose to Jade, Bianca, and Naomi
to push over the other new two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe that checks out. That checks out. That's what I would do in WWE manager mode.
Help put over probably Jade, make Naomi's return a little bigger, push and then after that it'll be a mix of I want to say probably be Jade and Naomi going for the women's tag team titles after that.
Probably Bianca does her solo thing pretty well.
Yeah. I don't really have any opinions on the match. It's just a triple tag team match. In all honesty, like they really do need to do something with those women's tag team titles to get some respect behind those belts because it's been a struggle for those belts for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing saying about the women's division. It's just whenever those belts are cursed, bro.
The only women's division belt that anybody cares about is the championship. Like that is the only one anybody ever brings up.
And even then, they bring up Rhea Ripley and not Io Sky,
which is a shame. Don't you judge me.
So we have that match, and if Damage Control win, I think one of two things happens. If Damage Control is going to win, Io Sky is going to there's probably going to be interference because Io Sky's the SmackDown Women's Champion, and she has a match against Bayley, who started Damage Control. And Bayley's
I'm familiar with Bayley.
yeah, she's in a weird, not a heel, not a face situation, but still hated like a heel.
She's a rebel.
So maybe one of them make an appearance and have an effect on the match outcome. I don't know 100%. If one of them appears, I think the other one will also appear.
Probably.
I mean,
Escalate the conflict.
It is a 3 versus 3 tag match. I don't know if there's any DQ rules for that. I don't think so.
It should be standard rules.
Yeah, so either way, that'll probably be the opening match card. Next match we have to talk about. Now, this will be a fun one we can discuss. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, who's a recent luchador who's come up from NXT to the main roster. Rey Mysterio has gone ahead, personally said that this man is the future of luchador wrestling.
Yeah, that's the dude that when I first saw him, I thought Ultima Dragon made a comeback.
Yeah, no. So, and Dragon Lee's got some tight moves also.
Oh yeah,
super good. So it's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio.
Boo!
Exactly.
So
Boo.
we're gonna see Ray beat up his son again.
Well, we're going to see Ray make an attempt to beat up his son. The problem is the son either A, has backup all the time, or B, has the ability to run the fuck away.
I think that's going to be a good match. Personally.
Everybody in that match is going to be extremely talented, but if they do the interference angle like DJ said, it might get boring.
If that's the only way. I hate to say this.
There will be. There's going to be interference on both sides because both of them are part of two different factions.
Oh, yeah. NWO or LWO is probably going to be running.
LWO for Rey Mysterio, and then Santos is back to trying to do his family gangster shit.
And that one is so fucking novella storyline. Santos just turns evil one day. I always hated you. I never liked you. You were never my father or my friends. And right. It just rolls off like a fucking novella, man.
But real quick, I hate to say this, when it comes to Dominic Mysterio, to Dominic, you have such a legacy that you're big shoes that you're supposed to fill. Your father, Rey Mysterio, one of the pioneers of luchador wrestling in WWE, one of the best to do it, is still to do it. And it seems like your entire career thus far is built off of you, A, being bitch made, B, being Rhea Ripley's bitch, and C, having Daddy Damien receive you from
I would take that job. I
would take that job in a heartbeat. That's a damn fine deal. Would you take that deal?
Yeah, sir. I'd take that deal.
That's a good fine deal. Done.
I take if Dominic wanted to vacate Rhea Ripley's position, I'd take that. I'd take that role.
I'm just saying, I get it. It's a nice cushy spot, but especially when you have the whole Rey Mysterio is my dad. I would be a little mad that my entire career is based on me being clowned on.
That's the thing, though. He's doing something completely different versus what's expected of.
Yeah,
my dad's the star.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay, get off of Rhea Ripley for 10 seconds.
Okay, fine. But you get to hang out with Damian Priest.
That is cool. He is the world's biggest Puerto Rican. Moving on. I'm gonna get in trouble saying stupid shit like that. Anyways, but he's doing the antithesis of what you'd expect. Everyone would be like, "Oh, he's the legacy. He's gonna ride off of his dad's legacy." He is doing something so different and attacking that legacy and trying to create his own image, and he's successfully done it. Love him or hate him, he is that quintessential annoying Latino cousin who's light skinned, has hella dark hair, and everybody has this cousin. Mine's named Diego, but everybody has this cousin, and it's just get under your skin, and they don't even try to, but they fucking do it, and everybody can relate to this. And that's just part of his charm. He's made this character that people can relate to, and it's so infectious. You want to hate him, you want to boo him. If you're that cousin, you're probably fucking cheering for him. You're like, no, you guys don't get it. He's misunderstood. You don't fucking get him.
He's misunderstood, eh? He's got Asperger's.
You got Asperger's. He's probably saying shit like that.
When it comes to Dominic, if you were to tune in and watch it, It's still on the Asperger's. Did I catch you by surprise?
No, I'm good. I got a drink on the job.
But yeah, so Brandon, long story short, when it comes to Dominic Mysterio, he's one of those types of people to where you're gonna want to watch him. Stop dying.
No.
You're gonna watch a match and be like, I want you to get your ass kicked, but for some reason, Daddy Damian Priest comes out and you can just nestle right back into his warm taint, and Daddy will take care of everything.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like he's a dude in every move where you're just like, dude, I want somebody to just fuck you up. And why hasn't it happened yet?
I get that they're the bad guys, but Judgment Day has genuinely cool characters in it. Love them or hate them, they have very polarizing characters. Like
Damian Priest is fucking nasty.
Hell, I love Damian Priest before. I liked him as a wrestler before he was in Judgment Day, and honestly, like Judgment Day, making him a heel, making him a star. I think it's been a good move for his career.
His interactions with R-Truth are fucking legendary as well.
Like I honestly would love to see Damian Priest get the fucking title from Roman because I think that's a deserving young upcoming superstar who would do well at holding it. But also, I think that would just be an entertaining match. You have these two massive guys.
More stuff to talk about in the near future.
Mm-hmm. But then when it comes to Finn Balor, I've been a fan of Balor since he was still a part of NXT.
Been a fan of Balor since the Demon, bro. Like that.
Yeah, Demon Balor.
The Demon
that shit
Balor
was so hard.
That shit was legit, like with the fucking fog rolling out, and he just crawls out of nowhere up on stage with all the markings on his body and shit, and all the writing and tattoos. It was wild.
So real quick, Finn Balor is a small Irish man who's really good at jumping off of stuff and hitting people on the way down.
His fucking finishing move is called the coup de grace, where he jumps off the top rope and just uses both feet and stomps you in the stomach.
It's a legal curb stomp.
There's there's no pulling that, by the way. Like wrestlers have said, like there's no pulling that. You just have to take that hit.
But it's so cinematic and it sells super well.
Dude, what do you mean sells? He's fucking stomping him out in the guts.
Finn Balor's like my height. He's at like chest height compared to most of the people he's wrestling.
Hold up, I'm gonna find this out right
now. But then there's also the whole, if you know how to do it, he immediately rolls outside way. He can at least minimize the impact. So you're still taking a hit, but not as bad as it could have been.
Some of the New Japan girls do it better.
He's 5'11", you short bitch.
Fuck. I am officially shorter.
He stands next to Damian Priest as his issue.
I think the only Judgment Day member I'm close to is Rhea Ripley, and I'm like an inch shorter than her.
Nah, you're as tall as JD McDonough.
Is JD short?
JD McDonough's hella short.
He's always riding Finn Balor's dick, so I never see how tall he actually is.
Well, that's how he got into the Judgment Day.
I know. JD is the fucking ugh. I'm not a fan of JD. Although JD versus R-Truth to get into the Judgment Day was peak comedy.
34th Street match.
You ain't in the Judgment Day.
This is It's Judgment Day match. Hold up, guys. Damian, it's a good idea.
It's a good idea. I want to see what happens.
Okay, so real quick, going back to who Demon Balor is. So that on pay-per-views, Finn Balor takes on this persona called Demon Balor, where he basically paints himself up in all black paint, and instead of normally walking to the ring, he decides to take 3.5 years to crawl to the ring. And it's an entire crowd hype. He gets the entire crowd to all of a sudden just go, and it's one of those things of like it looks really cool cinematically. But even then, after like the third or fourth time, I'm like, dude, you're halfway down the runway, and we've been here for 15 minutes.
Shut the fuck up.
Get the fuck out of here. You think that, not everybody else. Demon Balor is the hype.
Fuck out of here, B.
But I think that will be a fun match to watch.
Last time he did a match, it was a steel cage match against Edge last year at WrestleMania.
Against Brood Edge.
Yep, Edge came out with the full Brood, everything with the wings and the dude. It was so dope.
I forgot about
fucking
Brood
Slayer
Edge.
playing.
Mm-hmm. So we got that Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Dominic Mysterio, and Santos Escobar matchup. And I think I don't think Judgment Day will get involved. I think the LWO and Santos's what do you want to call them? Mafioso.
Gang? I don't know. Cartel?
I feel like cartel's slightly racist, but the
I can
Escobar
say it.
cartel, fine. The Escobar cartel.
The Escobar cartel sounds real, doesn't it?
Yeah, because Pablo.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying it sounds real. I didn't put anybody's name or likeness out there.
All right.
All right.
So, besides the cartel and LWO getting involved, I think probably Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee will win just because Dominic and Santos have been beating up Rey and Dragon Lee a lot lately, and they've been taking the L, so they'll finally get the dub at WrestleMania.
Knowing Dominic, somehow, some way, he's gonna avoid getting his ass kicked, and somebody's gonna come in and save him.
And pull brass knuckles out of his jock strap again.
Oh, bro.
So moving on, now we have a brothers match.
Uso.
Oh, the Usos.
We have Jay and Jimmy Uso against each other.
Two Samoan twins that have been nothing but a tag team duo for the entirety of their entire career, and now in one fell swoop, they
She's boys.
Dude, the Jay Uso, the main event Jay Uso hype is real, bro. I'm not
Real shit.
Oh, fuck off, bro. It's awesome. He's a great wrestler and he's a great main event.
Right? I'm just saying, like, he took his solo lead and he's running with it with scissors, but he's running with it.
I think Jay Uso on the solo path, the main event Jay Uso, I think it's fantastic. I think him trying to get the respect back in the locker room and everybody he wronged after leaving the bloodline and apologizing to a couple people and everything he's doing. I think it's been a great story and character build for him.
What if his sorry?
These two are two more goons that work for Roman Reigns because they're related.
Mm-hmm.
What if instead of Jay and Jimmy getting back together, main event Jay Uso and Solo go off to do their own thing?
So one of the speculated rumors is that Jay Uso is actually the mastermind behind everything that's happening between The Rock, Roman, Jimmy, Solo, Paul.
That is not a fucking thing. That is never going to be a fucking thing.
That is the mastermind that Jay turns on Cody at WrestleMania, and right as Cody's about to win against Roman, he comes out and stops that shit. And it turns out that he was still, and it was all just a ploy to really just beat up on Cody and break his dreams and shit.
Whoever's planning that is huffing paint. Don't say that out loud because the WWE will run with it.
I'm just saying, it's already out there because that's where I heard it from. Speculation. That's one of the many rumors. But then I'm just like, then what's going to happen with this match? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that's the rumor that's going to come true. I think we're going to see Jay beat up his brother Jimmy because Jimmy's been acting like a fucking crackhead, bro. Showing too much of his top row everywhere he goes, smiling, acting all weird and shit.
All right, nose. Okay.
So let me give you some breakdown because I know Brandon is lost without a topographical map in the forest somewhere in the mountains. They're blood brothers in real life. They were a tag team, and then somewhere
they're fucking twins. They're like fucking. There's like a 2-minute difference between them.
You're talking about the Usos, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And somewhere in the sauce of working for Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn getting into Jay's ear, Jay left the bloodline, and Jimmy was pissed about it. It's now him and his brother about to have a feud.
They went through a whole bunch of shit. Went through Roman disrespecting Jimmy and Jay a shit ton. So Jimmy clapped Roman first. And then Jay clapped Roman after, and they're like, ah. And then a whole bunch of other shit happened. And then Jay had a match with Roman for the title. And he was about to win. And then Jimmy caused Jay to lose. So Jay clapped Jimmy. He clapped Solo. He clapped Roman. And then he said, I'm out.
Which,
Basically,
in my opinion, baller move.
Literally beat up everybody. He said deuces, oozes, and left.
I think it's a good way to close that chapter. I think that's a good ending.
Right.
Because then this way, Jay can actually focus on a solo career where he can actually go after another title or whatever title that he wants to. I honestly think an entertaining match would be Jay versus Seth Rollins for the belt.
They did that match, and then Drew McIntyre caused Jay to lose.
Which
They also had a match where
how the fuck does Drew McIntyre sneak up on anybody?
I don't know. That's a big.
You can see that giant coming from a mile away.
Seriously,
clocking what my coworker says, like, well, what he calls me. He goes, "You can't sneak around. You're 6 foot stupid inches tall."
Exactly. Now imagine that shirtless, long, greasy hair stomping to the stage with a fucking claymore. How do you not see that guy coming?
right.
Oh,
And then so the reason we're getting this match for Jay and Jimmy is because Jay also was after that. Jay had a match against Gunther for the Intercontinental title champion. Got hella close to winning. Jimmy came out of the crowd out of nowhere, clapped Jay, and caused him to lose. Gunther said in an interview later, he's like, "That's the closest I felt ever to losing this title." So now Jay's like, "You keep interfering with my shit. You keep causing problems with Cody. You keep causing problems with Seth." Like the Survivor Series match happened. Randy Orton came back. The Viper Legend Killer. Woo! Awesome. Right? So a whole bunch of shit's just been happening, and the Bloodline keeps fucking with Jay. And then, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago, Jay and Jimmy were on an interview, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we definitely want to wrestle each other at WrestleMania one time."
One time
And
for the
now
one
it's-
time.
And
So they're
now
getting
it's
their dream match. The story's going well. It's brother against brother, bad guy against good guy. You know, one wears blue, one wears red. I'll let you guys figure out that.
My only problem with this match is like I want it to be such a good match, but let's be real, Solo's going to interrupt it somehow, and Jimmy's going to get the win. Or Solo interrupts it, but beats up Jimmy because secretly he's now friends with Jay.
How funny would it be if Solo was
maybe-
the guest commentator and he just didn't say shit the whole match?
Speaking of guest commentator, the guest commentator for WrestleMania. Motherfucking CM Punk.
Oh, of course he is. Get the fuck out of here.
In the world.
He's got a fucking straight edge and a broken arm. I can make people shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god, dude! If the fact that they were gonna try to give him a WrestleMania match and possibly a title is so disrespectful to every other wrestler that's been there trying to pull the company up and working hard their asses off for that company and trying to get a spot as a champion. For him to leave the company for over 10 years, talk shit about the company, and then come back and want to be a champion, it's just outlandish to me.
Oh, what?
Real quick. CM Punk is a WWE straight edge. He let it be known he was a straight edge because he would wear it.
I know
at the
who he
forefront of
is.
the
I know who he is because
Okay.
one of my friends who also was into WWE was a big fan of his.
I'm at least just trying to fill you in because these guys are just gonna go. At least he will.
I was also gonna
Your
say,
friend on the spectrum?
well, I don't know. Haven't seen him since I left New Mexico, so probably.
Nice.
Good choice. Good choice.
So I was also gonna say, guys, before you go
Mhm.
any further,
Yep.
we need a call for a break.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We need to hear from our partner, Dubby. Take it away. Hey guys, it's me, DJ. Real quick before you go anywhere, I just wanted to remind you guys about NoSkill Entertainment's still ongoing partnership with Dubby. Yes, they're still hanging out with us over a year later. And trust me, they have an array of delicious flavors, such as Dragonade, Dub Sludge, and Galaxy Grenade. And hey, maybe caffeine isn't your thing. They have zero caffeine hydration formulas, such as Water Melanda and Pineberry Splash. And if any of these flavors piqued your interest, please use code NSE for 10% off your total order at checkout. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later.
Hey, everybody out there on the internet. No Skill Mike here to invite you personally to our No Skill Discord server. In the description below, in the link tree, easy access to all the fun, music, and other entertaining things we share and interact with the community on every single day. So hopefully I'll see you there or somewhere out here in this big, wonderful world.
Hello, and welcome back. Thank you for watching that pretty little ad read. Thank you once again to Dubby, our partner, for hanging out with us. You are beautiful, you are lovely, and I hope your Velcro straps stay nice and crisp throughout your entire shoes career. And also, join the Discord. That's all I'm going to say. I'm leave it at that. Now, earlier before the ad read, we were talking about a certain superstar named CM Punk. Our lawyers have now advised us after the ad read to not talk about him, not for legal reasons. We just don't want to. So moving forward.
So
moving on. Next match. We are moving on from everything else. Oh, Brandon, you had a question.
I was gonna say, sir, but take us to the next match because we got to get through this.
Next match is not a championship match, but though it is one that I am extremely excited for. Oh my god, we are getting the steroid out of control AJ Styles
Oh God!
versus LA Knight.
Save me one time.
Why? Who wanted this match?
So this came about because the Royal Rumble match happened. It was Roman Reigns against Randy Orton against AJ Styles against LA Knight. AJ Styles then after blames LA Knight for his loss and the reason why AJ's been gone for a while, and he feels like LA Knight just kind of walked all over him. Whoop whoop.
Shocker! AJ sucks at everything. He's the king of the Indies. Go back.
Oh, I just got what you said.
Damn.
He's short as hell, so nobody likes him. But so they've kind of been taken back. So AJ Styles definitely been roiding up a little too much lately these days, but they've been kind of taking it back to some attitude era level shit. They had a promo where, at least it was a promo, as I said, where LA Knight attacked AJ Styles at his house. Cops
The
got
body
involved.
cam footage. It's shot in body cam footage, guys.
Oh,
Cops
God.
got involved. Even like AJ Styles even tried to like come up and like slam LA Knight's head into the cop car. He fucked it up. LA Knight's get back here, trying to run away from the cop with cuffs on and everything. I'll kick your ass. Whole bunch of that shit, right? Taking it back even further, fucking LA Knight was caught at SmackDown like during one of the last AJ Styles bit in the ring. Some random fan tried to run at him. He's like, "That's LA Knight." And security had him, and it wasn't. And then LA Knight had a whole ass wig and hat on and glasses and shit, and he was just standing there as another security guard. And when AJ wasn't looking, took it all off and just started beating him up.
It's good. It's comedic. It's fun.
The LA Knight hype is real. The attitude era that he's bringing, like he's bringing attitude era with all this PG and censorship that's required to our day still, and it's working.
I have a question.
Yes,
what
sir.
is Attitude Era?
Attitude Era was an era of 1998 to 2004. Some of the greatest promos and wrestlers. We are talking Stone Cold Steve Austin, Edge, the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, ECW area, going through tables, setting tables on fire and throwing people through tables. Hell in a Cell, steel cage match. Undertaker left and right throwing people around. Undertaker throwing Mick Foley off the top of a steel cage. Real story. He lost a tooth. It ended up in his nose.
Oh,
The Attitude Era was one of the greatest eras of wrestling. Not one of the fucking greatest era of wrestling.
So
and if anybody argues with me about that, they can shut the fuck up.
Well, long story short, it was a period of time where the character personalities of each superstar were great, and WWE didn't have to cater to censorship and soft feelings.
oh, like everything
And
now.
it was like, and it's about the era when the women's match came. So they had Lita and Trish Stratus bringing up the fucking women division.
We don't need to go on that. We got matches covered.
Anyway, so that's the Attitude Era stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm speculating LA Knight's gonna win because fuck AJ Styles. LA Knight's on the rise, and this match is to help put over LA Knight, in my opinion.
Gotta hope so.
But so that's just my speculation. Next match we already talked about: The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins for the stipulations of night 2. Moving on to night 2. What?
Whoa.
He runs.
Wait, what?
Moving on to night 2. Excuse me.
Takes off.
Like I talked about The Rock, and now I raz.
So it looks like our kickoff match for that day is going to be for the United States Championship.
What?
Oh boy, this is about to be a heated subject. Our current United States champion is Logan Paul.
I still
let
am,
that sit
I'm
in.
still baffled of why.
Worst champion ever. He has not had a single match outside of a pay-per-view. I don't know what's in his contract or creative is doing with him because he sucks. Oh my god.
Because he sells tickets. Everybody buys tickets because they want to see him lose and get his fucking head caved in, and that's why they keep doing it.
I mean, I want to see that.
There.
I've been wanting to see that.
So
This match came about because Kevin Owens and Logan Paul have been beefing. Kevin Owens is known for just fighting. Kevin Owens so Logan Paul's been winning using brass knuckles, cheating like a little bitch that he is. And then Kevin Owens was about to beat him at the last match, Royal Rumble, and he punched Logan Paul with his own brass knuckles, and instead of taking him off, he got caught with him on and got disqualified. So Logan Paul got to keep the title.
Yep.
Fast forward to Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton's about to win the Elimination Chamber match. While the gate's still open, Logan Paul run back in and hits Randy with the brass knuckles and causes him to lose the match. Fast forward to a couple weeks later, Logan Paul decides to get himself involved in between an incident involving Randy Orton and Kevin Owens against his two little fuck buddies known as Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. We don't like them. They suck.
They do suck.
So, new GM of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, comes out. He's like, Logan Paul, congratulations. I've decided your opponent for WrestleMania. My bad. Your opponents. You're going against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
So it's going to be a 2-on-1.
Yeah, because Randy Orton and Kevin Owens have been tag team and have been like homies lately.
See, my only problem with this, and by problem, my only concern is like, okay, yeah, it's going to be a 2-on-1, but at some point, only one of them can win, and then that's when they're going to turn on each other.
I mean, yeah,
that's where the fault's going to be, and Logan's going to retain.
I think
probably.
I don't think Logan keeps it.
It's good. It'd be such a waste not to have the Legend Killer just cut this kid down and move on to the next chapter and whatever they're doing, though.
Yeah,
because you're absolutely right in saying the whole like he sells tickets. He can because in this way he can advertise Prime because I think WWE's invested in Prime or at least so he can push that. There's a chance that KSI comes out. He's still the biggest UK YouTuber ever. So now it's just like, you know what?
Randy Orton already broke KSI's neck. We're good on that.
So now it's just one of those WWE for monetary reasons. They're more incentive to keep Logan champion because now they can keep pushing product.
Not really, because even if they kick him out, it's now him trying to get his championship back. He now has a reason to be a dirty scumbag. He can heal up even more. He could go even harder. And that wasn't even his original plan to start with. When he got booed out of his first event, the promoter grabbed him, shook him, and said, "Kid, you got a gift. You're going to be a great heel in this industry." And he's like, "But people, I wanted them to cheer for me." And Seth Rollins walks by. Ha! That sucks. And then he just kept walking.
I wanted them to like me. Get son.
I mean,
I just love that without missing a beat, Seth Rollins laughed in his face.
I mean,
so good.
Let's be real. He was never going to be the good guy. Everyone hates.
You didn't know that. He thought he was going to be a champion. He thought he was the people's champion.
Bro, everyone hates
if you get your
this
fan
fucker.
from a whole ass country, you're never going to be a good
Everyone
champion.
hates Logan Paul. I have no idea where he got this notion that people are going to cheer for him.
Because they know me from Vine. I'm the Vine guy.
Yeah.
Guys,
you like Vine. Vine makes you smile.
Fuck yourself. Look, dude, I want Logan Paul to get a brass knuckle to the face.
Again.
Dude,
Again.
He had to steal a car to run away from Randy Orton Friday night.
You got to look up the clip. It's great.
He's like Randy Orton even like grabbed the chair and fucking like he threw that chair hella far too. You saw that shit. He yeeted that chair at him, bro.
Like, dude, I hate the fact that now, like, incorporating his fucking podcast, he'll bring on WWE superstars because now this way he can push whatever event. So is he great at, hyping up an event by having all these people on? Absolutely. Yeah. Should you be a superstar? Fuck no.
Should you be representing the company as a champion? No.
I mean,
like, I think the only spot that I'll give him is, like, I thought it was cool when both him and Ricochet jumped off the ropes at Royal Rumble and then crashed into each other. I thought that was cool.
I don't even care about that. I'll give Logan Paul one thing, and I'll give him one thing only, is that he probably did save Rey Mysterio's life.
Yeah, but at the same time, he also was probably too far back. He even admitted he wasn't in the right position.
I'm just saying. That's
it was a good save. It was a good save.
Other than that, I give him nothing. Giving him the championship belt is how I feel about not giving it over for anybody else from Roman. It is disrespectful to the people in the back that have been trying and putting in years with the company For him to just come in out of nowhere and be like, now I'm the United States champion by cheating with brass knuckles, with his whole I got titanium knuckles in my right hand bullshit. Like, it's just rude. It's just disrespectful as fuck to all those people that have been working their asses off with the company.
Oh yeah, he should absolutely start from the bottom. But because he already was coming in with a huge fan base behind him, WWE was just like, "Oh, you already are bringing on a lot more business and viewers. Yeah, we'll give you a championship."
Last thoughts on this one before we're moving on.
Who's he facing again?
Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
I hate to say it, even though I really want either of the other two to win, I have a feeling that they're going to go at each other, and he's going to jump in at a moment of weakness, and he's going to snake and keep the title.
I mean, that's the only chance he has.
And
It's going to be
up until like
match,
a week ago, I didn't even know he was in WWE, and I hate it.
Yeah, I do too. Moving on. Here comes a fun match that we're all gonna love. The 6-pack ladder tag team championship. This has never been done before. This is a 12-man match for the tag team titles. We have Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day versus DIY, which is Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano versus the Awesome Truth, which is R-Truth and The Miz.
Let's go!
Versus the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Versus A-Town Down Under, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, the two Joy Boys that follow Logan Paul around.
How dare they fucking name themselves partially after the Usher dance move?
And versus the new Catch Republic, which is it's Butch, the guy from the fucking Irish Fighters. God damn it, these might be the only people I don't know. His name's Tyler Bates. He's a little blonde dude that runs around in tiny whities. Mikey, you might be taller than this guy, actually.
Wow, you just sneak that in there.
And yeah, is it Butch or Dutch? The guy that was trying. And Butch. So it's those two, these short little fucking scrappy motherfuckers. Now those are 6 teams, and the goal of the match is that Brandon, I'll explain this to you. The tag team title belts get held 20 feet up in the air above the ring. The goal of the match is to get a ladder to stand up in the ring while one of you or your partner grab the titles off the top of the ring. You have to then proceed to safely go up the ladder, grab the titles, and release them off the hook. That is how you win. There is no disqualification. Chairs, tables, ladders are all legal weapons.
Okay. And it's
so you're not allowed to use it in the same. So it's 12 people under the guise of so essentially there's no referee.
The most that we've had before is 8. That's the most that's been in a match like this before. It was 4 teams. Mm-hmm. We have was it 8 or 6? It was
4.
It was the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and Chris Jericho and Edge. Yeah, it was those 3. It was 6 men. That's the most we've had. Is a 3 team for this before. They're doing fucking 12 people at once.
It's gonna be a lot of dude in that ring.
Whole lot of schlong flopping about.
Yeah, so 12 people with no referee, so no babysitter, and access to heavy machinery.
Everything's legal. Anything goes. There's no disqualification.
So that match is gonna last. That's gonna be at least a half-hour spot at a minimum.
Oh, at least.
Oh, dude! If they import those London ladders again, so they don't fucking break, bro.
Oh my god! I thought poor Zelina got really hurt on those. That was fucked up.
Dude, everybody got hurt on that shit.
By the way, sadly, real quick, some bad news. You're not taller than Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate beats you. He's 5'7".
Oh, I'm 5'7". Let's go!
5'6".
Mikey's got weight on him.
My license says 5'6", but or 5'7", but I don't believe it.
Hey, take it, dude. Take it.
I don't know, man. My friend Nicole was working at the DMV, and she said, "I'm gonna give you that extra because I think you need it." I said, "God damn it, woman!"
Damn, bitch.
I don't know. The worst part is I don't know if she was fucking with me or not. Like that's a psychological shit, guys.
So
someone help me. I'm a tape measure.
Anyway, about the match, the Judgment Day is the current tag team championship. Damian Priest is currently Senor Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And in classic WrestleMania fashion.
Brandon, for your knowledge, if you are Mr. Money in the Bank or Senor Money as the Bank, as Damian likes to call himself, that means at any time, anywhere, any point, if you have a referee with you, you go out there and you can cash in your Money in the Bank and challenge any champion to a match right then and there.
Standard rules, no exceptions.
Little bit more backstory. It's a briefcase containing a contract that you have to win in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm. So he won his at the London Money in the Bank ladder match last year.
And it basically says, hey, so while the champion's deadbeat tired from another match, you can go out there and re-challenge him to a match in his current state. He does not get a chance to rest.
Yep. So if they've been wrestling for 40 minutes and they just got the match, dude just maybe got the belt for the first time ever in his career. Bam, you hear the music come on, the Money in the Bank comes in. Next thing you know, you get choke slammed from 10 feet up and you lose the belt. You had it for all of 2 minutes.
It's happening.
Okay.
That would piss you off, wouldn't it? Like, I'm dog beat tired. I got this fucking belt.
That just sounds
New
challenger. I don't know, to me, it sounds dumb.
Speculation is Awesome Truth is going to win the championship. Miz and R-Truth will be winning the tag team champions.
I'm very okay with that.
Leaving open for the next match we're going to talk about. Actually, there's Night 2's got a lot of championship matches. We'll get to the Money in the Bank match later, which will them losing that will open up Damian Priest's story of cashing in Money in the Bank. Next match, Intercontinental Champion. We have yes.
Wait.
How dare you interrupt the Ring General's intro?
I just had this thought. Don't care. Damian Priest wins the belt, and then he still cashes in Money in the Bank because then he's a double championship holder all in one night.
Perhaps not likely, though. They wouldn't do that. Leaving just Finn to carry one belt? Nah. Not likely.
I sure as shit would. I'd be like, hold this motherfucker.
Anyways, next match, we have the Intercontinental Championship. The Ring General Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
I want Sami to win so badly.
So
Sami Zayn endorses ska music.
Honestly,
he's a fat Canadian.
He's awesome. I mean, he used to be known as he used to be super skinny, lean as fuck white guy. He used to wear a luchador mask back when when he was like indie pro wrestling. His name was El Generico.
Because he's a generic white guy, but now he's got a scruffy ginger beard and a gut. And
big drunkle energy for sure.
100%.
Fucking drunkle. I love that.
I don't know. I kind of recently been thinking about it because nobody gave a fuck about the Intercontinental Champion until Gunther got. He said he was going to raise the prestige of that championship, and I feel like he really has, honestly.
Oh, what he had 1,000 days of it?
I coming 600-700 up.
That's still impressive.
Yeah,
for a title nobody gave a fuck about.
He's got the record. Nobody else has held it longer than him in the history of the title.
And they've been good matches.
Yeah, he puts on amazing matches. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, him kicking the shit out of Dominic was the funniest thing I've seen in a while. Dominic getting that big chop, man, just bah! That shit was
God, dude. Oh my god, dude, Gunther's matches are fucking fire.
Well, Gunther is a ginormous German man.
I couldn't
if
tell.
you couldn't figure that out.
I couldn't tell.
Big fuck off Dutchman.
Okay.
Against this little tiny Canadian boy.
But Sami Zayn has beaten bigger.
He has, and that's Sami Zayn's thing. Is like he's kind of like the homeless people's champion.
The homeless people's champion. He's got drunkle energy. He'll just keep fighting.
Like his whole thing is that he just never gives up, and the people cheer for him. And he just keeps going, and he pulls it out.
Hear no bell.
Yeah, that's his whole.
He's
thing.
Literally Stan Marsh.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is other claim.
I think it'll be a fantastic match. Sami Zayn's going to be welted up in the chest a lot from Gunther's chops, but
also,
I think Gunther keeps that title.
100%. But also, Sami's a credit for being for a guy his size being very flexible because he can easily at a running start make his left foot go from floor to chin, no matter how tall you are.
Yep, he's definitely got the haluva kick. it's something good.
The first time I saw her leave a kick, I was just like, "What the fuck? That's murder. That guy's dead." IRL.
That guy is definitely dead.
Moving on to our next match in the live, we have the first of 2 women's championships. We have Io Sky against Bailey.
I hope Io wins. I'm sick of Bailey.
I'm honestly not too invested in this. I really don't like Bailey too much. I didn't like her as a face or a heel. She's just kind of annoying, so I'd like to see Io win, I suppose, also.
Right? Bailey's mad annoying. Oh, I'm a genius, but nobody respects me. Oh, I'm on hard times and nobody helped me. It's pick a lane, woman. You're not the victim every time. Be a fucking champion. You're a champion right now. Act
I think
like
her career capped out after her beef with Sasha Banks. I thought she should have just left right then and there. It's gone on too long.
I just think you need to build a character other than complain about every situation you're in.
I'm the Mexican that grew up rough. Fuck you, bitch. We all did.
Welcome to the club. Shut up.
I really don't have much to say about this match because I don't think anybody comes out to help Bailey, and if people do get involved, it's going to be to back up Io Sky because she's part of Damage Control.
She's the genius of this guy. She don't need no help.
I'm alone. I have no
That is her
friends.
nickname.
My name is Bailey. Man.
Next one.
So, yeah, I don't really have too many thoughts on that match. I think Io keeps it.
I want her to pull her ponytail from her fucking skull.
Next match is the second women's championship match. A little more invested in this one, honestly. We have Mommy Rhea Ripley versus the man Becky Lynch.
Oh God.
Becky Lynch is not a man. She just calls herself the man.
Yep. And
All
her
because one
husband
year
dresses
she
like a woman.
entered into the male Royal Rumble and started bodying motherfuckers.
I'm over Becky Lynch.
I hate to say it, dude. Her claim to fame is she's married to Seth Rollins. I said it.
That was a take. That was a take.
I said it.
I'm not gonna.
Is she good at what she does? Yes. But I'm tired of seeing her.
That was hot, DJ.
And she was just on Hot Ones with her husband. Because they wouldn't let her do it alone.
Oh, at the desk.
Got him. Got him.
He came with facts. I want to fight him, but he came with facts. I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing Becky Lynch. She's got a good gimmick. She's got a decent character, but it's the same shit over and over again. She never evolves anything.
She's had the same shtick for years. Just like, it's me against the world. And I must.
Her heel turn and crazy turn wasn't that great of a turn in my mind. It was kind of weird and wild.
At least when Rhea's being like crazy and doing wild shit, you believe it. It's a real character. It fits her. And it's so weird when you know that in real life, she's just a big ass dork who unironically wears Dragon Ball t-shirts in public.
All right, she's a huge otaku.
Oh yeah. Rhea's a nerd, bro. Which makes everybody even more envious of her existence. Just gonna throw it out there. Your fiance could die.
But dude, and also on top of being a huge otaku, she's actually quite a skilled footballer. I'm sorry, soccer.
I bet she's got a mean offense.
I'd let mommy run my life if she wanted
they
to.
gave her a football to do kick-ups with, and she did like the most out of all the other women superstars that they gave the ball to. I think she capped out at like 11.
Could you imagine her trying to cross over on you? She'd break your ankles so hard.
Willingly. Here, there, it's already broken.
And she throws one hell of a concert.
That is so funny. It's like Chris Motionless hit the gym.
I'll give you that. I get why you're tired of Becky because literally she's done everything that she could do in WWE. The last thing she needed to do was win the Elimination Chamber, which she did this year.
Yeah, and
which is how she's getting to challenge Rhea. And
but I feel like there's always more to do. You can always reinvent your character or like try something wild and outlandish. And Becky just kind of sticks to the same formula.
I guess I mean on paper of like the credits and awards she's gotten everything.
Yeah, she's the accolades.
Yeah,
I said she does the thing that I said Roman Reigns should do. Take a couple of years, go run the independent circuit, be the man there, and
But
then come back.
I couldn't see Becky Lynch in Indies at all.
But
I
see
can see
what
her
she
right in New
is
Japan.
doing is she is already like so well known and famous that she's doing exactly what she should be doing as somebody that doesn't need the championship to hold her title and her prestige. She's trying to help bring other people up and put them over.
Yeah.
So she's doing what she should be doing. But I get you can still be tired of somebody for doing that's fine. You don't have to like her character.
No.
I think, and this might be another hot take, she started becoming the female version of John Cena, where I'm like, okay, I'm just tired of looking at
Yeah,
you.
we've been through this song and dance.
Go somewhere. Go run New Japan Pro for a couple of years. That's what Cody Rhodes did, and then he found his confidence. Moving on.
I think Rhea retains. I think Rhea just slams the shit out of Becky's tiny little head. So
Yeah, Becky's not taking it. Sorry, Mom.
I'm not getting up from a riptide.
I wouldn't try. You know what? I might help her put me in that position.
Am I doing this right, Mom? Hold on. Let me get my arm back here again. Okay.
So now
How's
here
that?
comes the next.
He's just on his back. God, you're so strong.
There we go. There we go.
Like if the ring camera mic picks it up, you just hear Mando go, I love this shit. And then she sits on him.
Ow.
He said, ow.
Sorry, that's something else.
Anyways.
Next match, kind of an interesting one. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins against Drew McIntyre. There's a lot of story there to really unpack for both of them.
There's a lot of story there, but at the end of the day, it's just a matter of does Vince
had a bad back for a minute now.
But now it's just going to come down to does Vince want the greased up strong guy to win, since that's Vince's ideal champion that he wants, this big muscular.
Well, like the whole thing with
Drew doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's in jail.
Also, all that shit that I read was true. I thought that was just a meme on iFunny.
You're an idiot. It's a meme on iFunny. Those are federal charges.
What the fuck?
It's a meme. I can't.
It was just a meme format on iFunny. I was like,
Actually, one of the dumbest motherfuckers I know to date.
Bro, even
you know what's
even
good meme
I
format?
knew
Federal crimes.
Even I knew he was in jail. I knew he was in jail, Deej. What the fuck?
Okay, so then real quick side tangent. Speaking of that, that means also the charges against P. Diddy are true too, because I saw that on iFunny as well.
Oh my fucking word.
Is that where you get all your news? Fucking iFunny?
Yeah, but I don't take it seriously. I think it's
exactly.
Just me.
It's fucking iFunny.
That's why it's not news. It's iFunny.
I'm sitting there saving it. I'm sitting there saving these like, oh, this is dank. I gotta show this to the guys. I didn't know this was actual facts.
My God.
Son of a bitch. Hi, audience. I'm oblivious. Nice to meet you.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, okay. My face is hot. Now that all my friends are disappointed in me, wrestling. I don't.
All right, I'm not gonna unpack the lore story for this one. I'm just gonna throw my prediction out. Drew McIntyre beats Seth. Damian Priest comes in, cashes in Money in the Bank, steals title from Drew immediately.
That's what I was thinking of. Just like, I don't think it matters who wins, all because I firmly believe Damian Priest will cash in and beat the shit out of whoever's left. But his easiest choice would be if Seth wins. Now, I want Seth to win. Do I think Seth will win? No.
Even if he does win, I think it'll be a good match. Even if he does win, I still think Damian Priest comes out, cashes in on the winner of that match, and successfully cashes in. Because last year, who tried to cash in last year? Was there an attempt to cash in last year?
I have no idea.
It might have been the year before when Austin Theory failed to cash in on Roman Reigns.
Oh, and I am typing this in Google as we speak. But continue talking.
Anyways, that you blew my mind just now with your whatever. So
I'll put an update on that. He's not in jail currently, but he is in court for serious charges, and he has completely lost his position and everything in the company.
It says Theory was the winner for last year.
So Theory tried to cash in on Roman, failed. Cool. Was that during the Brock Lesnar match?
But that just makes me think,
Oh.
dude. Like Vince is stupid rich. He just buys the prison and stays in his own wing.
Anyways, so
You know how that works.
Drew McIntyre's whole thing is, I need to have my WrestleMania moment. I need to finish. I need this. Blah, 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 blah. So he'll probably, and he's been doing a heel turn where he's just going to be a dickhead. Probably try to break Seth's back.
Like Bane
my
and
God.
Batman, just full over the head. Bah!
Kind
That's
of.
why he better hope that fucking Seth will be, I hate to say it, the easier fight over McIntyre, because McIntyre is a very big Scottish man
He looks like the fucking mountain.
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones.
So
No, the other one from fucking
Anyway.
Detroit.
I thought
we'll
it was
make
the
this
other one
one quick and
from-
easy. Any opinions on this match at all?
I'm over both of them.
I think it's going to be a lot.
You're over Rollins?
I've never liked Seth Rollins. You guys would say this every thing.
I'm getting
I'm
tired of
hoping
him
you
now.
realize how wrong you are, but it's okay.
I'm getting tired of him now because he gives me that same ego mindset that the Miz does, where he's just like, I'm better than you.
Well, he is already. He's like he's beat up everybody. He's brought that championship to a level of prestige. You know, he's done a great job as a champion. He's put on quite the fucking performance every time he goes out there. He's great on the mic.
I'm not saying he's not damn good at what he does. I just hate the
Because-
character that he portrays now.
He's at that point where, like, even if he's a bad guy or a good guy, everybody's gonna love him.
We call that being a superface. No matter what you do, people will love you.
Yeah, that's
But-
that usually happens for the older superstars that have earned the right to be that way. That's like The Rock right now. He's considered a super face. Randy Orton's a super face. Everybody's gonna love him forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why when it comes to this match, it's one of those like, if it weren't for the fact that it's Scott McIntyre, I would not care. But I just do not want Scott McIntyre to have it.
Why do you keep calling him Scott?
What's his name?
Drew.
Drew. He looks like
He's
a
thinking
Scott.
of Scott Steiner. I bet money.
I know.
No, not Scott Steiner. Not Chainmail.
Big Papa. Oh,
But yeah, so Drew
That
McIntyre,
is
I just
fucking
don't want Drew McIntyre to have it. That's just plain and simple. So I want Seth to win, all because I don't want
Drew
the other guy.
McIntyre had the unfortunate career status of being the champion for the company during COVID when nobody was at live events.
Yeah.
That was such a funny spot of like, you became champion and nobody showed up.
Just a kick in the nuts, really.
Yeah, like
Can you imagine, especially since there was no volume, the silence in that ring had to be deafening.
Just holds up the title, deafening silence. Oh man, this sucks.
I have
Like,
no
my mulligan.
he really had a hard run of that. So I feel for
Yeah.
him on that, you know. But
I-
I think ultimately he'll get his spotlight at WrestleMania, and then Damian Priest will come in and ruin it.
That's what the Judgment Day does. They're the bad guys.
I'd be very okay with that because I'm usually the side of like, I want the faces to always win because good guys should prevail. But Damian Priest, I'm like, you know what? Something about you just maybe it's the hair, but I need to see a
So-
belt around your waist.
So last thoughts on that match before we get to our final headlining match of night 2.
Excuse me. So sorry about that. Professional. But final thoughts. I hope Damian Priest comes out and fucks it up. Like, take that belt away from them.
I honestly hope Damian Priest cashes in on them and runs with that title.
I hope so, because that'll put Judgment Day, if they weren't already on the spot.
I
going
just
on
think
the spot.
him as somebody in the company and what he's been doing deserves it.
100%. He's
Or-
damn good at what he does.
What will really happen is he'll come out, try to cash in, and R-Truth will come fuck it up for him.
Which would be hilarious. I got you, boss. And he fucking falls into him or some shit.
Anyway, all right.
My bad.
My bad.
So moving on.
Oh, real quick. I still love those R-Truth spots when somebody's talking about something, then he'll come out, be like, when I enter myself into the Royal Rumble.
Him coming out during the Women's Royal Rumble was fucking fantastic.
Oh, and costing Valhalla her spot. That shit was bad. Then she tried to kick the shit out of him.
Did I do that? My bad.
Truth, you're in the men's Royal Rumble. Get out of here. Valhalla, you're in. Get in the ring. My bad.
So our final ow.
That's why I want him and Miz to win the belts, just because the comedy that would come out of that
It'd be so real.
I think what's gonna happen, it'll be them. I think Miz and R-Truth get the belt.
Is R-Truth like the comedic relief or something?
He's a very athletic guy.
Yeah, he's a very good wrestler.
Super talented veteran, but his charisma is off the charts. He's been doing it for so long, he can just make the crowd do or feel however he wants. He's fucking talented. And he's a rapper.
And he's a hell of a dancer. But essentially, he's one of those types of dudes. He doesn't know, the character he portrays, he doesn't know how to read the room.
He just does. He breaks he makes people break characters.
Yeah, like he makes people laugh when they're not supposed to.
Every time, bro. Everybody. Finn Balor's the worst. You could just see him stone faced trying to just choking back a giggle, dude. Just is he? What's wrong with Finn?
Like what are the
he gets
always
all the time.
What's that? That's your cut. I got more where that's coming. Damien's just smiling his ass off.
Dude, that'd be a good reaction video. The best of R-Truth, huh?
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, we could do that after this. But final match, and I got the rules right in front of me. Also, it's night 2's match is Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes for the Universal Champion. Now, the rules are for the stipulations of the first night from that tag team match with The Rock and Seth Rollins involved. If Rhodes and Rollins win the tag match in night 1, the rest of the bloodline is barred from ringside. Which I think would mean if they did show up at ringside, it would cause a disqualification for Roman Reigns, and he would end up losing the belt because of that.
They have to put that in writing, though, of like if it's ruled disqualification, he has to turn over the belt. So they'd have to actually write that one out.
If Roman and Rock win night 1, it'll be considered bloodline rules, which is anything goes pretty much.
No rules.
Which means Solo and Jimmy will be out there to back up Roman, which means probably Jay will probably show up.
I have an interjection for this.
Yeah, let's hear predictions. I think there's a lot of shit that could happen here.
How funny would it be if all of the Usos and the Bloodline and everybody runs out to the ring like they're going to interfere, and Rikishi's music starts playing? Boys, get the hell away from that ring! You two, Solo, and they all back off. Like, okay,
sorry, Uncle.
Sorry, Uncle and Dad is pissed right now. We need to everybody just be cool.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think that'd be funny.
See, and that's where the whole with the stipulations of like, okay, so they're barred from ringside. Okay, so now for the final match of WrestleMania, you just have a basic one-on-one. Not that entertaining, I have to say.
Now my prediction is if the Bloodline wins, if The Rock and Roman win night 1, I think there's a good chance Cody ends up winning that belt on night 2.
That's why I'm also saying I think if you have Rock and Reigns win and now it's anything goes, Then on top of the bloodline coming out, then you have people coming out to help Cody because the prior victims of the bloodline come out to help defend Cody. And so you have a big ass around the ring brawl while these two fight inside, like a really fucked up lumberjack match.
If I were to guess people to show up to back up Cody, Seth and Drew will have just finished his match, so not him. Jay will show up, Randy Orton maybe.
Sammy and Kevin.
Yeah.
And this is where this one gets hard to predict because this is now, I hate to say it, quite literally the same pay-per-view from last year. Do you screw over Cody Rhodes a second time in a row?
Dude, imagine the guest run in from Dustin.
Oh my god, dude. He put out a video. Dustin put out a video. Yeah? Well, fuck The Rock.
Dude, I'm just saying it's super close. It's a full scramble, and Dustin comes in and helps. I think that'd be a sick WrestleMania highlight.
He comes in as Gold Dust.
Not as Gold Dust. We cannot do Gold Dust. We can't even talk about Gold Dust on the podcast. We'll get our asses in some trouble.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I couldn't explain it to you in a PC manner.
I did not hear a word you said. Anyways, I'm not asking.
He wears all gold and he's gay.
Not just that. He's a thing. He is all over the spectrum. That dude is everywhere and nowhere.
Dude, his signature move is kicking people in the nuts. Like that's
my favorite bit he ever did is when he was hiding in the bathroom, and when he tries to step down and be dramatic, he steps in the toilet seat. There was blue in there.
He stepped in shit and trying to be serious. He's another comedy character, and he's Cody Rhodes' brother IRL.
But him and Booker T won the tag team champions.
Oh, dude, he was stupid talented though. The guy could wrestle his ass off.
It was just hard to take him seriously.
He was given a crazy character that 9 out of 10 people would have bombed with, and he made it legendary. I will never take that away from that. That dude
never.
can perform.
You want to know what character we can't ever do again? Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene wouldn't fly today. Eugene was a character for a brief stint in WWE history where he quite literally was mentally,
Okay.
My favorite GIF of all time is Kurt Angle's music blares, and then it's him front flipping into Eugene off the fucking stage.
I just now saw it in my head. God damn it!
See, you're never gonna get rid of it. It's so funny. Anyways, we should move on before we get into trouble thinking of these attitude era wrestlers that will get us completely canceled.
I was gonna say, all right, guys, we're at the end.
Yeah.
Final thoughts. Because I got nothing.
Are we doing after timer?
Yeah.
Are we doing after time right now?
Yes, we're at time.
Okay, hold on.
My final thoughts. I think we're finna have a good WrestleMania. I think if I'm wrong on any of my match predictions, then I'll actually be surprised.
Did you pull your growing?
I almost broke my finger. I'm okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, pull it out of your ass and give us your final thoughts.
DJ's got to do a thing.
Okay. Okay, I just clocked what he said. It is outro time. We made it to the end of this of the NoSkill podcast talking about WrestleMania. It seems like it's going to be a good one, but now running down the line, final thoughts, predictions for this match. For me personally, I hate to say it, I think they screw Cody Rhodes a second time in a row. Mando.
I have hopes, and I hope Cody. I'm tired of Roman. I hope that Cody actually takes it, but we'll see what happens.
Mikey?
I'm excited to see what's going to happen. There's a lot of potential that can really be taken advantage of in this match. It just depends on how creative's feeling and what's really going to slide into place, because there's, like you said, been several rewrites, a lot of adjustments. It could go any which way. I'm just going to strap it and see where it goes, and I'm hoping it'll be a good outcome, because I'd hate for a boring, like you said, it could be just another repeat. I'm hoping they do better. I want to just ride it out and see where we go. But other than that, the lineup this year is going to be nuts. There's some matches I'm fucking dying to see.
This just sounds
But
like
they
a
have some-
shitty reality TV show.
It
That's
kind of is.
exactly what it is. It's
That's what
shitty reality drama where everybody just fights in between their dramatic scenes.
Like if the Jersey Shore got into legalized bouts in between episodes.
Jersey Shore meets Fight Club.
It's more like Days of Our Lives, honestly.
But folks, if Brandon doesn't watch WWE, hit us with like if you could talk to her, your best Rhea Ripley pickup line right now.
He doesn't know who that is.
I don't know anything about her at all.
Actually, hold on. Google it. Google it live so we can get a first reaction.
Fuck, I guess.
Peer pressure. It works.
Motionless.
What, DJ?
She looks just like Chris Motionless.
Not just like she's like built, and Chris is a twig.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The only difference is she has tits. He doesn't.
Wow, I meant broad ass shoulders and the fucking. What are you talking?
I think Rhea Ripley could rip fucking Chris Motionless in half.
She would literally do that fucking Batman Bane thing where it just
Holy shit.
Yeah.
right. She's fucking built.
Mommy.
I don't know, what was the question again?
That's a good sign. You forgot the question.
If you could say one pickup line to her, what would it be?
I wouldn't. I'd be too scared.
That is the
Oh, as long as you're not
correct
that one guy. I want her to rearrange my insides. Okay, that's enough Twitter for today. And she just closes.
All right, but on that note, ladies and gents, this is the end of the NoSkill podcast. Thank you very much for tuning into this. If you have made it to the end of this episode, please tell me. Comment down below. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? New, old? Let me know. I want to know. Again, thank you once again, Debbie. Join the Discord. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.